Hey everybody, Comic Hall here, getting ready to start my second video, my part 2 of my FanExpo trip. For those that didn't see the first one, you can check it out on my channel. But it's a great big convention in Canada if you've never heard of it. Second largest convention of its kind in North America. The first one being the San Diego Comic Con, of course. But FanExpo was a lot of fun. This is part 2 of the stuff that I got. Some pretty key books in here, and even ones that aren't necessarily key but have some value to them just because of their covers and things like that. No books in here there's no big first appearances, like there's no Showcase 22 or Tales of Suspense 39 or anything like that. But I'm really happy with my haul this year. One little bonus, I got that at the con. It is a Jason mask from Part 8, not my favorite movie, but is my favorite mask. This is created by the Devil's Latex. They do everything handcrafted. ABS plastic for the mask. He hand paints them himself with genuine leather straps that he cuts with buckles and everything else. Really cool mask. I'm a big Jason Friday the 13th fan. But that's not what we came here to see today. We came to see the books, so I'll get right to it. First book I'm going to show off is The Eternals #1 by Jack Kirby. If you remember my last video, I talked about how there was a 50% off bin. This book was in the bin. This is a book that wasn't even on my radar until about 2 days before the con. I bought the True Believers dollar reprints of this, and I loved the art in it. Thought it was a really cool book, and I thought, geez, maybe I should look for this when I'm at FanExpo. And sure enough, the second I went to the 50% off bin, I took a look, and there it was. So $20 on it, but got it for $10. Really nice shape too, and so a $10 Jack Kirby book, I'll take it. I'm pretty happy with that. Next one I'm going to show off. This is my very first purchase at the con. This is The Death of Captain Marvel, Marvel graphic novel. It is a first print, $25 price tag on there, but I paid $20 for it. Bought it pretty much as soon as the doors open. I walked right in. It was on the first table that I saw, and I just said to him, "Hey man, would you take $20 for this?" And he goes, "Yeah, here." Handed it to me. I'm really happy with it. Presents very nicely. The only major flaw, I don't know if you can see it just because of the type of bag it's in, but there's very slight discoloration right there. But other than that, it's a very nice book, and I'm actually really looking forward to reading this one. I've never read it before, so really looking forward to that. Next book I bought, we have Booster Gold #1, first appearance of Booster Gold. Got this had a $20 tag on it, but I got it for $15. Really nice shape. One of these books that I've never read before, never had much of an interest in Booster Gold, but thought it'd be cool to check out his first appearance. And it's #1 too, which are always kind of cool to have, and I've been buying a lot more DC lately, so thought it'd be pretty cool for a $15 price tag. Plus, it wouldn't hurt if he gets his movie. So another one. Anyone who's watched my videos know that I'm a bit of I'm a '90s kid into some retro gaming, and one character I always liked as a kid, Sonic the Hedgehog. I've got both Sonic #1 issues, and now I have Sonic #0. This is a book that came right before his #1. I don't think it was classified as his first appearance, because I believe his first appearance is technically a comic book insert for an advertisement in a magazine or something like that. But this is his first full comic book. And I always loved Sonic as a kid. It's nostalgic to me, and I love the old cartoon with Jaleel White as the voice, which, looking back now, if I watched it, I'd probably want to, jump off a building or something. But at the time, as a kid, I loved it, and really like having these old books. Up next, we have Thor #1 6'4", Thor 164. Cool cover with ego. This is the first cameo appearance of, oh, what's his name? Adam Warlock. Jeez. Drawing a blank there. Sorry for the sniffing too, I'm just getting over a cold. The guy that we got it from, he put it as a third appearance of Warlock. It is not, it's his first cameo. And it's funny too because you'll see why it's funny here in just 1 second, but it's Thor 164. He had it as the third appearance. He had a $39 price tag on it. I got it for $30. So I was pretty happy with that. We got it thrown in. It was this one and Thor 166 from the same guy, both for $60. So $30 each. And like I said, you'll see why I think it's funny that he had the last one as the third appearance. So that one was Thor 164. This is Thor 166. Third appearance. Second appearance. I'm no mathematician, but that doesn't make sense. But the Thor 164 is his first cameo. 165 is his first full appearance. And this is the second full appearance of Warlock with a really cool cover of him battling Thor. It took us a couple days at the con to find this one. I was there with my dad, and he's a comic collector as well. And we looked through, and we were having a hard time finding Thor 164, 65, and 66, and finally tracked these two down. Got a pretty good deal on it from a guy that's hails from Quebec, and we're happy with the ones we got. They're in nice shape, and they display pretty nicely. Up next, again from Big B Comics, 50% off bin, we have Aquaman #2. Thought it was pretty cool that I could track down an early Aquaman book. This is #2. Not bad shape either, like probably just around VG, if not better. $70 price tag, but it was in there 50% off bin, so I got it for $35. I've said before, I really like these old DC covers. I love the colors on them. But yeah, $35, not bad. Couple little things. I said it was VG. Now that I'm kind of looking at it again, I may take that back a bit. It's hard to tell here, but if you do close up, there's some peeling there, which kind of sucks. But either way, $35 for an Aquaman #2 isn't too shabby. Again, coming from Big B Comics, the 50% off bin. We've got Avengers #87, the origin of T'Challa, the Black Panther. Always really liked this cover as a kid. I was never a big Black Panther fan. Didn't really read too much about him. Of course, Civil War came out, and I kind of developed an interest in him. But even when I was a kid, I always really liked this cover. Again, this is from the 50% off bin, so $80 is the price tag, but I ended up paying $40. Lots of good deals at Big B Comics. This was one of them. I'm really happy that I was able to track this book down. And I don't know if I mentioned it in last week's video, but Big B Comics, they stuff their bags with a couple of comic boards, and they're 28-point boards. Apparently they're really hard to find, these boards, but these things are very thick. He told me they're 28-point boards. I tried to find some on eBay, I tried to find some online, but the best I can find is 24. I did confirm that they do exist because I saw write-ups on them, just things like, the best way to start your comic book is with a 28-point board, but apparently good luck ever finding some. But they're nice and thick. They do a really good job taking care of their books there at that booth, and it makes me want to get some of these 28-point boards. Another book I bought, this is one that I eyeballed last year. It's actually the very same copy, and ended up passing on, but got it for a pretty good deal on it this year. Harley Quinn #1. See the $75 price tag. I paid $60. Really nice shape. Almost ended up buying the second issue for I think $30, but decided to pass. But happy I got it, especially since I missed out on it last year. I did get it this year, so it's all good. Up next, again from Big B Comics, 50% off bin, Another book I was looking for a while, and I passed on it numerous times at my local comic shop, and it was one of those things where I finally decided, I think I'm going to go buy that. And when I went there, he was like, oh yeah, I sold it like 2 days ago. Just my luck, happens to me all the time. But that book is Batman number 200. The first cover by Neil Adams. Really nice book. Like I said, I've been on the hunt for it for a while. This came from the Big B 50% off bin. So $60 price tag. I got it for $30. Really happy with that purchase. Not the best shape, but it still presents really nicely. Biggest issue is some spine issues there, but otherwise it's a pretty nice book. Keeping with the theme of Adam Warlock, we've got Fantastic Four number 67. Really nice shape, with the exception of a marker smudge there. First appearance of him, the Cocoon. Really nice book, and it's one that's picked up in value quite a bit. Can't really say what I spent on this because it's hard to determine. Some of you may remember in a last video, or an old video that I did, I mentioned I have the first appearance of Groot, Tales to Astonish. I think it's number 13. I actually brought that with the con with me. I never really did have an attachment to it. I always thought it was a cool book, but I did buy it with the purpose of one day using it as trade material. So I tried not to get too attached to it, and it paid off in spades at the convention. I brought it with me in a booth, paid some cash for it. Got a pretty decent amount. I made a pretty hefty profit, and as part of the deal, they threw this book in as well. So I was able to use the profits from the first appearance of Groot to purchase some books that I had my eye on that towards the end of the con that I didn't know if I was going to be able to grab or not. And we also got this one thrown in, so pretty happy about that. I don't necessarily, it would be nice to still have the Groot book, but I don't necessarily miss it. I'd rather have the stuff that I bought. And here's two. So this is what I meant earlier when I said, not the most lavish of key books, but is that even a word? Lavish? I don't know. I'll look it up. But I really love these covers. These might be my two favorite purchases of the con, just because I love the art so much. One is X-Men number 50. That is a Jim Steranko cover. Second appearance of Polaris, I believe, or first cover appearance. Excellent shape. This was from Big B Comics as well. You see the $125 price tag. I actually paid $100 for it. Steranko, easily one of my top 3 favorite artists of all time. I just love this color and the cover and the colors on it. And similar to this next one I'm about to show. This is the last book I'm going to show off today. And that is Thor number 150. Might be my favorite book that I got at the con. Just love the colors, love the cover. Also from Big B Comics, it's the first cover appearance of Hela, who of course is going to be the villain in the movie, but that's not why I love it. I just love the design of the villain herself. Love the colors. It's an excellent shape, and I got a really good deal on it. They wanted $100, and which I thought at the time was a nice deal, but ended up walking away with $90 on it. So really happy with everything. Again, FanExpo is a great experience. FanExpo Toronto. It's every Labor Day weekend. If you've ever thought about it and for whatever reason decided not to, I highly recommend it. Once again, thank you for watching. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Tell me about your own videos and channel. And this has been Comic Haul. Enjoy your day.